Good evening to all our viewers out there. We're bringing you tonight's show live from Communist China. So, how do ya feel tonight, Lance? Pretty good, Nigel, but I'll tell you, speech isn't free in this country. Of course it's not like they can break our legs. I mean, I suppose they could, but unless there was internal bleeding, we'd never know. Ha. Ha. Riveting, Lance, riveting. Well, let's start the show, shall we? Tom Po from Tianjin asks, what's the most respectful way to ask a father for his daughter's hand in marriage? Whoa, before you go and ask him that, little Tommy, you need to ask yourself something first. Do you really want to spend the rest of your life with someone who looks exactly like you, except with longer hair? Also, I don't think Asian women are big on giving blow jobs, and for me, that's a deal breaker. If I were you, I'd stick to the local prostitutes, because they'll do anything to feed their starving bastard children. Well, that was certainly educational. Our next question comes from Mei Ling in the sleepy town of Chongqing, and she wanted to know, is it safe to be a mail-order bride to an American, and if so, are there any preferable ethnicities? That's an excellent question, Mary. Let me start by saying that although I'm firmly opposed to immigration, if a woman will engage in coitus with me on a regular basis, I have no problem letting her into my country. As for the second part of your question, I suppose, since you aren't Korean, all the races are fair game. But statistically speaking, I've received many boners while watching half-black, half-Asian porn stars to uncircumcised white guys. And I don't know why those guys are uncircumcised, but their turkey neck wiener skin is really gross. Well, that brings us to our first and only break. More question and statement, specifically one more after this.
How many times have you completed a sexual action on your girlfriend, only then to realize you were going to have to clean it up? Who needs the burden of finding a dirty sock or handkerchief? Not you. Now that Spinex are here, that's right, Spinex Spoo and Go wipes. No fuss, no muss, just bus and tell dat hoe to hit the dough.
Well, we're back with our final segment of the night, and it's a letter from Hoi Kerang in the bustling metropolis of Wuhan, and he asks, is there a God, and if so, why does he help so many American football players score touchdowns, while my little brother was born with his heart on the outside? Well, that's a very complicated and controversial question, Stephen, that most likely no one will ever have an answer for. However, to answer your question, yes, American football is better than international football, referred to by idiots as soccer. Well, that's our show. Tune in next week for blah blah blah. Slap it on the ding dong, lick it like a ding dong. Good night.